Thank you, Mr. President. I would like also thank to the United Nations Special Envoy, Mr. Pedersen, and the USG, Mr. Fletcher, Ambassador Fletcher, for their briefings. I really highly value their efforts and calls for sufficient sustained funding of assistance and for improving investment climate in the country. Mr. President, Syria continues to remain high on the international agenda. The new period requires sustained efforts to secure peace and stability on the basis of the country's sovereignty, territorial integrity, and national unity. Empowering the Syrian administration is crucial to achieve this goal. We must not allow our focus to deviate from the essential task of restoring stability and security in the country. Syrian government itself is committed to strengthening security for its people and its territory. A centralized administration and a unified national army are indispensable to achieving this objective. Turkey has accordingly stepped up its efforts to support Syria's capacity building, including through training and advisory assistance. Despite facing many challenges, Syrian administration has taken tangible steps in recent months toward restoring institutions, protecting sovereignty, and serving the citizens. Syrians who had been living abroad in exile or in displacement have begun to return. Economic investment has started to flow into the country, also in modest way. Infrastructure, energy, and reconstruction projects have been launched. Sanctions have begun to ease, and Syrian authorities have engaged in constructive and positive dialogue with regional neighbors and with international actors. We call on the removal of remaining sanctions for the Syrian administration to deliver and serve its citizens. With sustained regional cooperation and international support, these efforts can deliver results more quickly than many expect. Mr. President, we all agree that the vision for a new Syria must be one where all communities, faiths, and cultures feel equally respected and protected, where coexistence replaces division and unity is not only preserved but strengthened. Turkey has consistently advocated for such an inclusive and constructive vision. However, recent developments in Syria once again demonstrate the destructive and destabilizing nature of Israeli policies in the region. In this regard, we stress the importance of regional security built on the weaknesses of or instability of neighbors, but on their prosperity and stability. Efforts that undermine Syrian sovereignty or fuel fragmentation carry serious risks of broader regional destabilization. It is therefore essential that all actors consider the wider consequences of their actions. Destabilizing actions which threaten Syria's unity, stability, and the welfare of its people should not be tolerated. We are in close consultation with international and regional partners to prevent destabilizing moves towards Syria. In this regard, Turkey has strongly supported the series of meetings held in Amman that brought together the United States, Jordan, Syria, and southern tribal leaders in search of peaceful solutions. Such initiatives must be encouraged and sustained. Mr. President, implementation of the 10th March agreement between the Syrian government and the so-called SDF is of crucial importance. We have yet to see credible steps from the SDF that will reduce tensions or contribute to an environment of security and trust. Its members from other countries have not left Syria yet. Additional pressure must be exerted on the so-called SDF, which seeks to prolong uncertainty and exploit potential crisis for gain. It continues its attempts to draw new elements from the Syrian social fabric into a unilateral and malign agenda that runs counter to the authority of central institutions and undermines both the unity and integrity of the country. In this regard, we reiterate our call for the SDF to be dissolved and disarmed. Mr. President, international community must stand with Syria's people and government to ensure the positive agenda. Those who seek to create crisis, exploit sectarian divides, or deepen fault lines must not be allowed to prevail. Keeping things on the right track in Syria is a common and shared responsibility. The period ahead requires for the engagement with the Syrian government and closer international cooperation. With our collective support, Syria can move decisively toward unity, sovereignty, and peace. Turkey will remain fully committed to this vision. Thank you.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.